Hello everyone, this is Barcelona News World. Welcome. Lamine Yamal labeled a B** starred by Spain teammate Nico Williams as he makes surprise admission about Barcelona wonderkid. Almost inhuman, Alessandro Nesta goes crazy for Barcelona star Lamine Yamal. Kylian Mbappé maintains Real Madrid La Liga dream in Celta thriller. Nico Williams called his Spain teammate Lamine Yamal a B** starred, while making a surprise admission about the 17-year-old Barcelona star. Was asked by DAZN whether he could shine in Athletic Club's Europa League semi-final against Manchester United as much as Lamine Yamal did in Barcelona's recent Copa del Rey final triumph against Real Madrid. The winger replied no without hesitation before jokingly calling Yamal a B** starred. Williams, who linked up to great effect with Yamal during Spain's run to European Championship glory last summer, said, "No, I'm not as good as that B** starred. He had an incredible game, I watched it." Williams will feature at Old Trafford this week as Athletic aim to reverse their 3-0 aggregate deficit to Manchester United in their Europa League semi-final. Yamal, meanwhile, is key to Barca's hopes as they head to Milan to take on Inter in the second leg of a Champions League semi-final that sits level at 3-3. Almost inhuman, Alessandro Nesta goes crazy for Barcelona star Lamine Yamal. Alessandro Nesta knows a thing or two about defending and also what it's like to take on some of the greatest attackers to have graced the game. The Italy legend, who won all the biggest honors in the game with AC Milan and Lazio as well as lifting the World Cup with the Azzurri, has now been talking about Lamine Yamal and has not held back with his praise. How old is Lamine Yamal? 17. He won the Euro. He is special. He's not someone to compare with others because he's something extraordinary, almost inhuman, he told Tuttosport. If we compare him to all the other kids, we just end up making things harder for them. He's a special player and there are very few like him. Yamal will be in Milan next week for the second leg of Barcelona's Champions League tie with Inter. The teenager terrorized Simone Inzaghi's side in the first leg and will hope to do the same at San Siro. FC Barcelona will soon head towards Italy as they prepare to take on their biggest challenge yet this season. Playing against Inter Milan at the San Siro is always difficult, but this match comes with extra pressure. Fighting for a place in the UEFA Champions League final, this game will demand everything from Barcelona. With a 3-3 draw being the score from the first leg, this second clash promises to have a lot of intensity and action as well. For both teams, this match is essentially a final in itself, and neither side is willing to lose it just like that. Unfortunately, Barcelona will be at a massive disadvantage heading into this game due to the unavailability of both of their starting fullbacks. Jules Koundé's recent injury meant that he would be missing this game no matter what, but even Alejandro Balde will reportedly miss this crucial Champions League encounter. Alejandro Balde might just travel with the squad to Italy. However, there might just be some sort of hope for the latter to be available. According to information provided by Santiago Valle, hat tip Rezhad Rahman, there is a possibility that Balde could travel with the Barcelona squad to Italy, and the decision to play him could be decided. While this is no guarantee, it is still a positive sign if Balde can potentially become available somehow. After all, Barcelona clearly struggle on the left flank without him, and his presence can be clearly felt whenever he does play for Hansi Flick's team. Against a team like Inter Milan, moreover, it is something that is perhaps even more important considering the lack of threat that Barcelona posed from the left flank last time out. For now, however, Balde's availability is still a big question mark, and there is no certainty over whether or not he will end up being available somehow. Some good news for Barcelona. Fortunately for Barcelona, one player who is most certainly going to be available again is Robert Lewandowski. The Polish striker is now ready to return, and it is expected that he could even come off the bench against the Italian side if needed at some point during the game. Kylian Mbappé maintains Real Madrid La Liga dream in Celta thriller. Kylian Mbappé struck twice as Real Madrid held off Celta Vigo with a thrilling 3-2 win to stay within sight of La Liga leaders Barcelona on Sunday. Kylian Mbappé struck twice as Real Madrid held off Celta Vigo with a thrilling 3-2 win to stay within sight of La Liga leaders Barcelona on Sunday. After the Catalans scraped a comeback win at Valladolid on Saturday, Madrid survived a late Celta fightback to maintain the 4-point gap ahead of next Sunday's Clásico. Defending champions Madrid, second, took a 3-goal lead but were left clinging on at the Santiago Bernabéu against the Celta side 7th and hoping to qualify for European football next season. The game seemed finished. You have to remember we're without 6 defenders and we're not always capable of solving these things, said Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti. Yes, it could have been dealt with better, we suffered a bit, but it's a nice victory. Madrid's Champions League defense crumbled and Los Blancos were also beaten in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona last week, but Los Blancos are still hopeful of overhauling Hansi Flick's side in La Liga. We had a very good first half, but we fell apart. These things can't happen, it's happened to us a lot, admitted Real Madrid midfielder Fede Valverde on the club's television channel. We left a lot minutes for them to get comfortable and they are a great team and they put us in a tough spot. Ancelotti's side came into the game with a spate of defensive injuries but after riding out an early wave of Celta chances took control, with Turkish 20-year-old Arda Güler pulling the strings. With Rodrigo goes out with illness, the youngster started in his stead and took full advantage. Güler directed a spectacular overhead effort wide of goal in the opening stages, showing his ambition has no limits. Former Barcelona defender Marcos Alonso headed just over and then forced a fine save from Thibaut Courtois as Celta threatened. Aurelien Tchouameni headed over when well placed at the other end, as Madrid stifled the visitors. Seeing you on next video.